Jackals TV is back on the air. Today we'll be looking at a June 24th game where the Jackals took on the Garbage Men in the 19 plus D2 division in the ASHL Langley League. The Garbage Men and the Jackals have actually played each other earlier in the year. The Jackals winning that game in overtime, so the Garbage Men will be looking for revenge here tonight. Jackals have most of their players playing here today, unusual for a summer game, but they are down 2 players, Troy and David, unable to make this game. So the Jackals will be going with 9 skaters, 4 defensemen, and Trevor starting in net. So let's head to the first period and see how they did. We start this one off with Daryl picking up a loose puck behind his own net, and then he's going to go down the right side, lots of space, so he's going to skate with it, and he's going to drive to the right, and he's going to see Darshan coming in the left, passes across to him, and just before he can get the shot off, the puck hops over his stick, and it doesn't turn into a shot. There's a turnover at the other end, and the Garbage Men make a pass to the back door, and the player can't handle it, so the Jackals seem to get away with one there. But as they're going up the right wall, that puck again gets turned over to the Garbage Men, and they throw it across just outside of Daryl's reach, and that player is going to move backhand to forehand and slide it past the blocker on Trevor and give the Garbage Men a 1-0 lead. Jackals now have an offensive face-off in the Garbage Men zone, and that puck gets bumped back to Gary, who's going to walk to the middle with it a bit, throw it on net high, bounces off the goalie's shoulder, and Jared tries to get the rebound, then a wraparound, and that gets denied by the Garbage Men defender. So now we're back at the other end. Garbage Men have a point shot, getting through the first player, but then it gets blocked by Jay, but then it gets lost in his feet, and that Garbage Men player does get a good shot there, but Trevor makes a save. Garbage Men remain on the attack. They throw that puck towards the net. It's loose in front, jammed away at, but Trevor gets the leg down and makes the save. Now here's a play that's going to look similar to that one earlier with Daryl going down the right side. This time it's Gary. He's going hard down the right side, puts that puck neatly around the defender, goes in on the backhand. Looks like maybe he had some space shorthanded, but the goalie stands tall, makes a save. Teams continue to trade chances. Now it's the Garbage Men the other way. Going in alone, and Trevor's coming across, gets that arm up, bats that puck down, making a nice save. Next up, we're going to see the Garbage Men break this out of their own zone to create a 2-on-1. Player coming down the right side, looking potentially at the pass. He decides to shoot. Then he's got a rebound. Trevor makes 2 saves to prevent that from going in. Now it's a face-off in the Jackal zone. And this player, as he tries to shoot it, the stick breaks and discards it in the neutral zone. Then this breakout pass to Rob hits that stick and disrupts it. But the play continues, and then Rob's going to get a partial breakaway there, can't quite control it, escapes away from him into the corner, and as he pushes it back, the Garbage Men get it, and they're going to go around the defender there, around Gary, and create another 2-on-1. This time it's a 1 pass and a 1-timer up high, bar down over Trevor's shoulder. Quite the shot there, actually. And now it's 2-0 for the Garbage Men. And the G-Men are looking for more. Here they are deep in the Jackal zone again, battling for the puck with Jay in the corner. And that player's going to take it around behind the net. Another player slips out front and gets the pass and shovels it on net. But Trevor turns it aside. Garbage Men continuing to work. That player awkwardly keeps it in at the blue line. Brings it around to the other side. That player along the half wall puts it back behind the net. And then finds that soft spot in the middle to get the pass back. And launches it over Trevor's glove. And some poor defensive coverage by the Jackals results in them going down by 3 with just a little bit of time left here in the first period. And the Garbage Men are going to be looking to make it 4 before the time runs out. That player goes in after a nice little play to the side, but Trevor keeps it out. One last 3-on-2 to end this period for the G-Men. And Rob makes a nice defensive slide, getting the leg down and block the pass before they can get a chance there. So we head to the second period. Jackals down 3-0, looking to find a way back. Daryl picks up this puck from Darsh, cuts to the middle, wrists it to the blocker side. The player gets that blocker out and stops it. A rough go for the Jackals, and they're going to try and find a way out of it. Here's Gary coming through center, and that dreaded banana is back again. It's been gone for a while, but it reared its ugly head here, taking out Gary at center ice. But here they are looking to get through the neutral zone unscathed. There's Jared chasing a puck up ice. He's going to put it across to Aaron. He's going to throw it on net. The rebound comes out, and Jared just is reaching for it, and the goalie slaps it out of his reach. So here's another play where there's 4 Jackals inside the blue line, and so that puck gets pushed past him. It's a 3-on-1, and then a nice little defensive play right there by Gary to disrupt the 3-on-1. But the G-Men still get this excellent opportunity on the back door, but they shovel that wide. Here's another chance that gets saved by Trevor. Glitches the camera, but they get it back. And as it bounces up front, that player gets the rebound, throws it to the low glove side. But Trevor gets the leg down and makes another nice save to keep this one 3-0. So Jackals trying to come the other way, and as Rob tries to carry that across the line, he gets stripped of it, and that's a 4-on-1 the other way, and that gets disrupted by Bob. So similar to that play by Gary, that disrupts an odd man rush, and the Jackals are hanging on by the skin of their teeth here. And they're going to need a break to get back in this one, and look at this. A nice gift, a pizza delivery right to Rob from that defender who was off screen. He takes the slap shot low on the blocker side, the short side there, to get an unassisted goal and to put the Jackals on the board and get back in this game. G-Men waste no time trying to get that 3-goal lead back. Here's a pass across ice. They had some time there. A nice flamingo block from Gary, and that puck rolls, appears to be harmlessly to Trevor, but it somehow won't stay in his glove, and the G-Men get a couple cracks at that down low, but can't get it to go in. So, Jackals in the other direction. Rob's going in behind net. He throws it up front to Daryl, who's got some space in front, puts it low, and Lloyd's battling for the rebound in front. Can't get control of it. Here's Chris Stuhart creating a turnover, and that's going to get pushed back out to Aaron, who takes it on the backhand, shoots it. Trying to get it high glove, I suspect, there, but it ends up getting the goalie in the midsection, staying out. Now you can see this garbage man player trying to kill the clock, but there's more time than he suspects, I think. There's just under 10 seconds. Lots of time for Rob to go get that and put it out to Lloyd, who sweeps it on the net. And a second crack out front to Jay and Bob, but unable to connect in time. So we go to the third period. It's 3-1 for the garbage men. Here they come in and make a drop pass there. Shoot that on net. It gets directed by Trevor off to the corner. And we've seen earlier rushes by Gary and Daryl from the defense, and now it's Jay's turn. He's going to circle wide around the net, and he's going to see Johnny coming in late. Give it to him, and he throws it on net low. Tries to go for the rebound, but it gets cleared away. Jackals again coming across the line. Darshan's going to come down the left wall with it. Give it over to John, who's going to throw it out front to Gary Mizuno, and tries to quickly whip it on net, but can't quite control it, and it goes wide. Jackals keep pressing, though. Here's a puck that gets put out to the neutral zone. Bob picks it up, crosses over the blue line, takes it wide to the left, and you can see Aaron sneaking in back door. Bob gives it over to him. Aaron shoots it. It hits solidly on the post, but Johnny on the spot. Chris Stewart comes in to shovel the rebound off the post home, and the Jackals are back in this one. It's now 3-2. Jackals are buzzing now, looking to tie. Here's Jay Lawrence. He streaks out to the neutral zone, had some space made to pass to Darshan, but he waits and he gives it to him later. Darshan does miss it, but it goes back behind the net. Play stays alive. Jay takes it to the other side, and once again, he's going to find Johnny in the high slot, throws it towards the net. It gets blocked, and then Gary Mizuno is battling for the rebound. Can't quite get control of it. So now it's counterattacked by the garbage men, looking to get that 2-goal lead back. This player is going to find a guy in the high slot. Had some space there on the blocker, but a nice save by Trevor. Jay skates it out of trouble. A little later, they're deep in their own zone, and they get the turnover, and they send it away 2-on-1. They're looking for a delay here, looking at that third guy, and there he is. They find him. He makes a move to his left, shovels it on the net, rebounds there. That guy's battling for it, but Trevor makes sure that it gets harmlessly away. There's a minute left in this game. You can see Rob gets it, and off to the right, you maybe just saw it, Trevor was just starting to leave the zone to get the extra attacker out there, and that pass misses Jay, and it bounces off the wall, and he can't pick it up, and that player is going to be able to easily go down the left side and throw it in the empty net just seconds after the goalie got pulled after the turnover at the far blue line. And that's going to dash the hopes of the Jackals for this game, making it 4-2. There's one chance here as time winds down. You see that tip by Johnny, and that puck goes wildly into the air. Goalie swats at it. It eventually ends up over here on Jay's stick, who's going to take the slap shot into his gut. But that's it for this game. The Garbage Men get their revenge for losing 3-2 to the Jackals a few weeks ago with the 4-2 victory here today. We have a look at the stats for today's game. 4 players with an individual point, and Gary Pablo with 5 shots on net here today, but did come up pointless in this one. And with that, we'll have a look at the overall stats, and we'll see if anyone was finally able to pass Ethan at the top of the table, and nope, still there. 1 game in, 5 points. It's now a 4-way logjam at the top of the table with 5 points. So maybe next week someone will finally be able to climb that mountain and get over the hill. Let's have a look at the standings. Jackals remain in 3rd place there, and you see the 3 Bears being added to the division and the Minnesota Nighthawks being moved out. So let's look ahead to the schedule for the games in this division next week. There you see the Jackals taking on the Royals. The Royals is currently in 4th place, just behind the Jackals in the standings. And then there you see the rest of the games in the division next week. So we'll be back next week for that game against the Royals. We'll see you then.